Hello there. Thank you for checking out this video. It's the next video in a series that I'm making regarding judgment. Judgment of ourselves, judgment of other people, judgment of the world. So, my story was about 2 or 3 years ago, I was asked to go for a hike up the Mourne Mountains here in Northern Ireland. We were going to climb Slieve Donard. It was the 1st of June. It was 24-degree heat, and I was trying my best to work out how could I be brave enough and courageous enough to wear shorts, because for me, my left leg, the disfigurement of my left leg due to an accident many years ago, I'd never dealt with it. I had never dealt with my actual thoughts about what other people might think about my left leg, because I never exposed my left leg. It was just so badly damaged and disfigured, and a lot of operations were required. I had so many other things I needed to sort out in my life that it just was low priority. But having cleared so much and now wanting to get myself out there and experience life, I was faced with a dilemma. I stood in front of the mirror that morning thinking to myself, how can I go out here wearing shorts? If I do that, I'm going to stand out. People are going to judge me. People are going to comment about the disfigurement of my leg. People are going to snigger. People are going to make comments behind my back. They're going to talk about me behind my back. And I was judging that they were judging me. So for about 10 minutes straight, I was putting on a pair of jeans, then taking off the jeans, putting on the shorts, taking off the shorts, putting on the jeans, taking off the jeans, putting on the shorts, and so on. This went on and on and on. And each time I kept playing in my mind what other people would think, what other people would be saying, what other people would be saying to themselves behind my back. I was judging them. The end result was that, having done sessions with practitioners, which I recommend if you want to go on a deep level and make deep, meaningful change, come to me or somebody like me who can help you make those changes, because it's a safety point of view. I find that when we work on a more superficial level, and I'm giving you a taster of what you might feel in a session, but it is quite superficial, this, because it has to be within these recorded videos, because it would be unsafe for me to dig deep and leave you just wallowing, wondering what's the next thing to do. That has to be done under the guidance of somebody like myself on a one-to-one session. Now, it is possible to make the change, because if I fast forwarded 18 months from the time I climbed the mountain in jeans, sweltering in the heat, because I didn't want to stand out, 18 months later, I was running about into the sea with the same people, as it turned out, that I'd gone up the mountain with 18 months earlier, but I was wearing shorts, swimming shorts. I ran into the sea, ran back out again, and it never even entered my mind on any great level that I had shown the world my disfigured leg, because I'd accepted it. Now, the journey that I went on over what didn't take 18 months, it took maybe a few sessions, but it just through time realized, this is possible. Change really is possible. And that 18-month period later on, then I was able to just be free. And this is what it's about. It's setting ourselves free. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I didn't like a part of my body, trust me, I can show you how you will come to terms with your own thinking, your own body, your own self-image, whatever that might be, and it is possible. Now, let me introduce this wee guy here. I'm not sure if you're familiar or not, but this is what's called a Russian doll. And to me, it forms the basis of how I help people within my practice. Whenever I had the belief that it's not safe for me to show my disfigured leg going up the Mourne Mountains, that was based on a belief that other people will judge me, other people will ridicule me, other people will comment on me, other people will compare me to them, and so on. But the important point here is, I was the one that was comparing myself to other people. I was the one that was judging myself as what other people would say to me. It became apparent that I was the person who was making the judgment first. I judged that you would judge me. You might not even be looking at me when I was walking up the Mourne Mountains if you were there that day. You might have been preoccupied with your friends. You might have had your headphones in. You could be thinking and singing along to your favourite song. You could have just had your mind anywhere else. And I'm not so self-centered to think that everybody's thinking, what's Nigel doing? But that was my subconscious belief. I will be judged. I will be ridiculed. I will be embarrassed. Now that came about, if you imagine this is the 54-year-old Nigel, that's what presents that particular day. But there's a belief in there, and that belief may well have been formed when I was 14, 4, whatever. I'm just making it from 54 down to 14, down to 4. Could be any age, I don't know, but I'm just trying to get it into your mind. Think along the lines of memories and beliefs and decisions are often the result of previous experiences. So, when I was younger, let's just stick with the 14-year-old. When I was 14, I may also have had an experience where I was judged, where I was ridiculed, where I was embarrassed. And then that might have been the core issue. That might have been the core event. It might have been me maybe fluffing my lines at school in a play, or it might have been me trying to make a statement in front of my whole classroom the way we used to have to do, and maybe me just getting embarrassed and closing down. That might have happened at that age, 14, or it may have happened at a younger age. It may have happened a lot earlier. It may have happened when I was 7 or 6 or 5 or 4 or whatever. It may have happened then. So there you can see, if you want to think along these lines of these wee dolls, memories are like these wee Russian dolls. They fit inside each other. So we might have had the older Nigel who was afraid to go up the mountain that day, but that fear probably originated, and I know it did, way back. Now, the good thing about the techniques which I can show you, you do not have to go digging. You do not have to go through rooting all of these examples and memories to be able to clear this. It is good and helpful to get to the early ones or the biggest ones, the events where we made the decision, oh, I'm going to be judged, or it's not safe for me to put myself out there. But it's not always necessary to go through all of those. So the good news is, there are ways that I can show you to help you clear the feelings, and the word is the feeling, because I was feeling embarrassed. I was feeling overwhelmed. When was the last time I felt like that? When were the first times maybe I'd felt like that? And that's what I worked with my practitioner on. So what we're going to do now is just build on what we did previously in the previous video. Now, when I say something like, I know that I'll be judged, people are probably watching this video now or may see this in the future and think, yep, we're watching Nigel here, we're judging him. You could be judging the way I talk, the way I look, the hand gestures I make, what I'm wearing and stuff like that. Now, I have a choice here. I could just shut this video down and not go any further out of embarrassment, out of fear of judgment or whatever. But for me, it's a sense of purpose, because I've been able to clear the past. I want to help you. So that automatically cancels it out. Do you see what I've just done there? I could choose to feel embarrassed, judged or whatever, or I just choose, no, I know this is a good, important thing I'm doing, and it helps me put myself out there, and it helps me help other people. So automatically the fear has just been cancelled out. Now, can you get to that stage? Absolutely, and beyond. Even further than what I've been able to achieve in my life, because this is something I want to share with you. So, there are a number of things that I have already decided that people will judge me, people will comment about me, people will ridicule me, people will compare me, but I will also do the same. The old me anyway would have done this, the judgment. I'm getting better and better at it. I'm going easier on myself. I'm not giving myself such a hard time now. What do I mean by that? If I start to judge myself, that's okay, but I catch myself on a lot quicker and then I move away. In terms of how we give our power away, this is where this exercise kicks in. So I'm going to talk about what it is when you give your power away to somebody else. So once again, I would just like you to copy along with me and say these words out loud. Okay, we're going to do a wee bit of tapping. We're going to start off with the tapping. We're going to activate these meridian points. We're going to send these calming signals, just tapping on your karate chop point. Nice deep breath. We're going to send these calming signals to that part of the brain that needs to just calm down, to help us calm down. Just take one more deep breath and then exhale, and then repeat after me. Here I am today, wanting the best for myself, wanting to move forward, wanting the best out of life. And it is possible. But there's a part of me that thinks it's not possible. And that might turn up in a number of ways. It might be the look on someone's face. It might be what they say to me. It might be something they do to me that makes me want to hide in the shadows. That makes me want to play it small. Afraid to put myself out there. Because I'll be judged. Because comparisons will be made. That I'll not feel good enough. That I'll not feel worthy. But what I'm really doing here is giving my power away. Letting other people decide my happiness. Letting other people decide my future. It's as if my whole world depends on what they say. I might have been doing that since I was a child. And some people do it well into adulthood. But right here, right now, I choose to claim my power back. Right here, right now, I choose to take my power back. Anything outside of me can be taken away. But there's one thing for sure. No one but no one can take away my soul. No one but no one can take away my spirit or my ambition or my true worthiness. Only I can give that away. And from this moment onwards, I choose not to give my power away. I choose not to believe what they say to me. If they hate me, that's okay. If they don't like the way I look, that's okay. If they don't like the way I speak, or the way I dress, or the way I talk, that's okay. Because I am fine just the way I am. I am perfect in my imperfections. I am unique. I am unique. I am such an important and worthy person to me. I am important to me. I am worthy. This might be new for me to say this out loud. This might be new for me to say this out loud. It might take a bit of getting used to. It might take a bit of getting used to. So I'm going to change how I talk to myself. This is a process. I am taking my power back. I refuse to let the haters negatively affect me. I refuse to let the haters negatively affect me. I'm choosing to like me more and more each day. I'm choosing to love myself more and more each day. And if that's too much for me, I can do it bit by bit. So for today, I'm going to accept myself. And for today, I'm going to even like myself. And who knows, I might even love myself one day. This is a process. And today, I take back my power. People can say, and people can do, and there's not much I can do to stop that. But there's one thing for sure. I am in control of how much I let it affect me. And when I say I'm taking my power back, an example of this would be for me to take some time to relax. Maybe go for a walk. Maybe go for a swim. Maybe walk out in nature amongst the trees. Maybe just lie down in my bed. Just take a nice gentle deep breath. Breathing in that free, healing air. Letting go of the stress. Another way I could take my power back is to listen to my inner voice. That voice that wants the best. That voice that deserves the best. And for maybe the first time ever, relax, calm down, be kind to myself. I might meditate. I might listen to my favorite music. I just want to be kind to me. This is a journey. This is a process. This is new. I just need to practice being kind to me. Well done.